Landon here. Today I'm watching a different video from a YouTuber called Rebel Taxi. He is a viewer of games and movies, and it's pretty funny. So I will leave the link to this video in his channel in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoy. There will be a cut in the middle because I know there's an ad, so I can add in and/or like subscription or whatever. Let's start.
Before Watch Mojo steals this video idea, these are the top 10 animated movies that bombed harder than Hindenburg financially. I'm ranking this based off budgets minus earnings equals their loss.
Okay.
Then adjust for inflation. The bigger the loss, the higher the ranking. Extra expenses like marketing and licensing aren't included in these numbers since they're not always made public. Just box office results. It's Juice and Jam time.
That's just
terrible. Oh, hi, get out of the way, please. It's running in the flames and it's falling on the flying fast. All the folks believe that this is terrible. This is the worst of the worst catastrophe.
Never believed that
Oh, cats
there
don't
was a
dance.
rainbow with a pot of gold at the end.
Up there with the most underappreciated 90s animated
I
movies was Cats
wanna
Don't
watch
Dance,
this
a
movie
WB
someday.
musical that
This
wasn't
is
marketed
really
much,
cool.
dumped into theaters, and lost $44 million.
Damn.
There's actually a weird history with this movie. Cats was actually created by Turner Animation, who got bought out by
I thought that was
WB.
Warner
Included in
Brothers
the
Animation
buyout
for a
was the
while.
already completed film Cats Don't Dance. The problem was WB had a movie coming out around the same time of Cats' release. I believe it was one of these. WB didn't want Cats to take the attention away from their own movie, so they spent nothing on advertising. But because Cats was already finished when they bought Turner Studios, any ticket sales would be pure profit. From box office numbers, it's a failure. To the studio, it's no money down. What was going to be a tax write-off is now a cult classic amongst furries and cartoon nerds. So I guess it all works out for Cats Don't Dance.
Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's
The animation really looks good though.
Two opposing races forged a peace they
Oh,
thought would
Delgo.
last
I
forever.
remember I've seen this movie before.
They were
Not
wrong.
watched it, but I have seen the trailer.
Oh boy,
Or just this
Delgo,
one
the
before.
Duke Nukem Forever of animation. This deserves a whole documentary on the subject, but to sum it up, this 2008 movie was in production since 1998.
That
Why did
was
this
10
take 10
years.
years to make? For one thing, this was a small studio struggling to get funding. Fathom Studios never made a movie before and were learning new animation techniques along the way.
That's
They
a
were
weird
privately
thing.
funded, but investors put more money and effort into other bigger films.
Surprisingly,
There were
the
tons of
movie, I
setbacks
don't
like
think
several
was
crew members and voice
terrible
actors who died during
with all the
production,
shading and
forcing
stuff.
them to find sound-alikes to record the remaining lines. Upon its 2008 release, this $40 million passion project
this
brought
movie
in
doesn't
half
look
$1
terrible,
million.
at least.
$45 million lost. Maybe someday I'll go into more detail about Delgo because it was only in theaters for 1 week.
Look, 1 week.
This is your ferocious yag?
That was actually a good joke.
Scarecrow to Dorothy. Come in, Dorothy.
Come back
Okay,
to
now
the
this
world
is a
of
movie I've
timeless
always
classic.
wanted to watch for a while.
How did something that looks like a Barbie DVD movie manage to cost $70 million?
And these were made
the
by the
Legend of
same
Oz,
people who made the
Return of
Tinkerbell
Dorothy, or
movies.
Dorothy's Return, or Return of Oz,
animation
or Legend
studio.
of Oz. It's the Legend of Oz, Dorothy's Return, released just months after James Franco's Legend of Oz.
Also, that
and not to be
movie doesn't look
confused with
terrible
Return to
either.
Oz or what Return to Neverland or whatever it was. Somehow, this no-name studio got enough investors hoping to start off a trilogy, a line of products, and theme park
Which
rides,
never
but
happened.
nope. $54 million wasted. A cheap movie forgotten, but to clap back at the haters, one of the investors ranted on Facebook claiming that because they're a small studio, Big Hollywood feared Legend of Oz could be serious competition, so apparently Hollywood, quote, amassed their army of top-paid critics who wielded their poison pens in a smear campaign against this wonderful family picture.
What?
These seemingly aren't just reviews of an average film not liked by critics. They are propaganda propaganda written expressly to
What?
disillude everyone from
What?
seeing the film.
I almost sounded like turned off for a second.
Whoa, careful. Don't OD on Red Pill, Alex Jones. Despite the movie bombing back in 2014, they still updated their investors as recent as 2017. But it's clear these investors, who they got by telemarketing random people, ain't getting their money back.
Legends of Oz.
I knew they'd go nuts for that.
How does that make sense?
Can you take me higher? It seems like the 2000s gave us all these cool sci-fi animated films that didn't do well. While Atlantis and Treasure Planet didn't make the list, Titan AE was the real studio killer.
I never saw this film.
Oh, I understand the name now. Titan is a movie that had promise. Josh Whedon as a writer and Don Bluth directing, but it went through development hell at Fox Animation. They cut costs by firing 300 of its employees before release. With only 2 movies under its belt, Anastasia and this, Fox didn't stand a chance against the competition. $55 million down. They say it was actually $100 million loss from all the development, marketing, and such, not included in the budget. But again, I'm just going by exact box office numbers for this list. 10 days after Titan's release, Fox Animation Studios shut down, and Titan became the last Don Bluth directed film. But Titan AE will live on as a DVD bundle packed next to the classic Everyone's Hero. This is real.
Hey, that movie was good.
Exhale! No, no,
You can fly?
Oh, this is the real good. That movie was good, by the way.
Here's a prime example of how financial failure does not equate a bad movie. The Iron Giant. After the studio's previous bomb of a film, The Quest for Camelot, WB barely gave Giant the time of day as they were ready to shut down the animated film division. While the executives didn't care, the crew making Iron Giant did. With limited marketing, Iron Giant's box office results cost the studio $70 million. While audiences didn't turn up at first, it was an instant classic amongst the animation community. Sure, it sucks when a great movie bombs, but over time, movies can make their money back through DVDs, Blu-rays, reruns, streaming, and 24-hour marathons. Anyone remember that? In 2003, Cartoon Network played The Iron Giant for 24 hours straight. They knew it was a good movie, so you could fucking watch it.
Join us for a Cartoon Network tradition. It's 24 hours of the animation classic, The Iron Giant.
Hey, I would
It
be
all
down.
gets
I would be
underway
down for
Friday
that.
night at 7.
I would be down to watch that.
Cartoon Network.
The dream is always the same.
You okay?
Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, based on the video game franchise I never
I
played,
never knew
and
there was
judging
a
by the
Final
movie,
Fantasy
neither did the
movie.
writers. At a time when anime and CG was the hot new thing, this combo of the two managed to entertain no one. It looked nothing like the games, while the realistic for the time CG was impressive, it was too uncanny for normies. Stars like Tom Hanks were worried CG actors will replace human actors. Promo material were treating the leads as real people. They even appeared in Maxim magazine. CG actors could have been the future, but after losing $78 million in the box office, the uncanny valley was subdued.
Okay.
For now.
Aren't you in enough trouble already? Jones!
Oh, this is a movie I'm familiar with and never finished.
Here comes another financial bomb from, what a surprise!
And this was
Warner
actually
Brothers, who didn't market the movie all that much. Crazy, I know. Osmosis Jones, a half live action, half animated buddy cop movie. It's animated enough to count, okay? Me and many others didn't care for the gross out live action bits, but the animated segments is what salvages the story. It definitely didn't deserve to lose. $79 million. The then president of WB's domestic theatrical marketing, Brad Ball, had an excuse for his incompetence. Like many animated Fox at the time, executives blamed 2D animation for the reason no one wanted to see Bill Murray vomit all over a teacher. After so many bombs, WB Animation produced just one more film, Looney Tunes Back in Action, which also bombed. They then took an 11-year hiatus from making theatrical movies till the Lego Movie brought them back. Don't worry about Osmosis Jones' profit loss. I think WB gets $1 every time a science class plays the movie.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
You can call me Drinks.
Welcome to the city of Free.
Okay, we're back. I thought that was going to be another.
sister!
Give me
The
the potion
video,
by
the
moondown,
ad or
or you'll never see your sister again.
We must
This
rescue
movie.
Dawn!
Who else
Who's
was
with me?
this movie? By the way,
Think about the potential for strange magic by Lucasfilm. When you got the creator of Star Wars, George Lucas, and distribution by Disney, what could go wrong? Besides everything. Strange Magic was dumped out in 2015, the same year as The Force Awakens.
I only
When Disney
remember
now
a
owns
trailer
Star
that's
Wars, who
on-
needs this crappy
on
musical by
TV?
the guy who happened to have created Star Wars? Part of the Lucasfilm buyout had Disney contractually obligated to distribute Strange Magic in some form, even if it meant the bare minimum of effort, as they barely released a trailer 2 months prior to its January premiere. The month studios released their weaker movies knowing audiences are going to theaters, as they already spent their disposable income on the December holidays.
Fuck you! It's January!
$89 million lost, but that's just a minor dent to them. Once the Evil Mouse Corporation got their Marvel and Star Wars, many of their lesser sci-fi properties like Strange Magic or Tron weren't needed anymore. It's the business equivalent of nutting inside a
I
girl and
always
not
wanted
asking
to
about
see
her
the
day.
Tron sequel.
Then, all at once, there he was. Monkey Bone!
From the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton? No, Henry Selick, who gave us Monkey Bone, a raunchy comedy that borders on experimental about a cartoonist tormented by a stop-motion creature he designed. Okay, Osmosis Jones was stretching it. This is mostly live action, yet incorporates so much 2D, 3D, stop-motion puppets. That's gotta count for something.
kinda
But maybe it
creative.
was too out there for audiences and managed to lose $96 million. In retrospect, the star of the movie, Brendan Fraser, explained, "I don't know what happened. They gave the keys to the inmates of the asylum. We went nutty and made a movie. The studio saw it and went, huh? We have the dubious honor of being in the most expensive art house film ever created." That sums it up. The movie did horribly in test screenings, so they recut it to feel more conventional and had its release dates repeatedly moved around. Marketing didn't start for the film until 2 weeks before release. By then, it was clear the studio gave up.
This looks like one of those movies people actually consider a good movie.
Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions that didn't lose as much money.
Oh god, it's Cartoon's Moms.
Gee, what a shocker. How could such an appealing looking movie using the magic of mocap fail so hard? Mars Needs Moms is the winner of the number 1 spot for nearly $125 million loss. It killed Image Movers, the Robert Zemeckis production studio, blessing us with all these quality mocap movies. And Monster House, that's the only good one. There comes a point where I have to ask, why make an animated movie look realistic? Why not just shoot real actors and add CG characters? The Uncanny Valley strikes again, but even weirder than that was Seth Green, the near 40-year-old actor at the time doing the mocap and voice of the main child character.
Is that broccoli?
No, that's vomit, but I understand the confusion.
I told you to eat that.
You're not gonna make me eat it now, are you?
I'm in a spaceship.
Oh god, it's like a little Frankie Muniz goblin. They dubbed his voiceover with an actual kid. So late into production, there's interviews with Seth still promoting the film as the star. By then it was too late. This movie scared off everyone. Mars may need moms, but audiences don't want this
Green
bullshit.
being the voice of the character
needs moms.
Being the voice of him would actually be interesting if they left it in.
Going to shoot a laser at someone! You should bring them a change of underwear!
Okay, I like this video. Hope you guys liked it too, this reaction. I just liked the reaction. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for all updates and future videos. All updates, future videos, and big announcements. The tune is over and out. Chaos Control.